everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. Today the project I have for you is twofold. It's gonna be my daughter's shower card. We have a bridal shower this weekend for her. I told her not to look at my social media until after the shower, although everything's prettier in person. So even if she catches a glimpse of it, it will be prettier in person, right? But it is also the first project for Card Club in February. So if you are unfamiliar with Card Club, I have to think about the month because I'm in the process right now. January's cards are beautiful. I'm so happy with January's cards, but we're die cutting those tonight, and so they should be in the mail hopefully Friday. So this is going to be the first project for that. I'll tell you a little bit about how my online Card Club works as we go through. So this month, every month in Card Club, they get a half a pack of paper. It's usually half a pack. There are a couple of months where it's been something different, and been doing this for few years now. So, but every year they get every month they get a half a pack of paper. This month we are doing the perennial lavender. So it comes just cut 6 by 12 and then a half a pack of that. So the perennial lavender is the paper that we're using, although we're going to kind of grunge it up a little bit on this card. And then the stamp set is not perennial lavender because I wanted to do something different, and it was also that some of the dies are on back order for the lavender. So I thought I'd go with something completely different, and this matches perfectly. You're going to be shocked how beautiful the card is with this stamp. It looks like it goes with that paper. So we're going to do everyday details. So if you're in Card Club, they always have the option to add on the stamp set. If it is a bundle, they can add on the bundle, or they can just use something that they have. But as a perk of being in my Card Club, when you add this on, I pay your shipping and handling and tax. So this month is everyday details, or February. And then here are the dies. So they're really good dies. Here's all these rectangles and then the circles, and they have fun dots on them, which I'll show you in a second. And then the little crisscrossy. But in Card Club, everything comes cut to you, so you don't have to buy these to make the card. For example, on today's card, you'll already have the die cut piece made for you. And then every month they get a full package of embellishments and a full spool of ribbon. Again, it's 99.9% of the time. Usually my Decembers are a little different. So this month they're getting the purple fine shimmer gems and some linen thread. And then we get the supplies to make 6 projects plus the envelopes. We do 3 designs and they do 2 of each. Some months I do an alternate, and this month I'm going to because I am absolutely in love with the stamp set. It's inspirational sketches. So everybody in Card Club will get the videos for this. Those members that add this set on to their Card Club next month get the supplies to make those, and we do 2 of those projects, just 1 of each. So everybody will see one, and then there will be a surprise one that's just for Card Club members. So let's get going on the project. So everything comes, you get your paper, you get a treat, you get your all of the things. So you would get 2 of these plus the 2 envelopes to make today's project. Plus this month, as a little extra bonus, you can add on the Brayer, because we're going to use the Brayer. And this is brand new. It's in the January mini catalog. So this is crumb cake, half sheet. I'll fold this in half. And then this is cut out with the largest rectangle. See the fun, do it this way. See the fun dots that it gives you? So anything that needs to be die cut or put through a folder in Card Club comes to you, or punch. Sometimes we use punches. So you just have to stamp and assemble. But my Card Club is more than just stick it together. I like the art of stamping, and I like for you to learn something every Card Club. So you're going to kind of see what they're learning this month when we do this one. So here's the paper, and it's perfectly fine. But I felt like when I put this on it, like, see this texture in here? There's no texture on this. And the crumb cake is our one color that does have a little bit of texture, but there wasn't quite enough. I wanted to kind of make it, I don't know, grungy, kind of that kind of feel on this card. So that was why I decided to use the Brayer. So I've taken this sheet in Card Club. It will be 6 by 12. So I've cut it 4 by 5 1/4. I cut both of them, and then that left me this piece here, and I cut them in half, so both cards have one. And then we're going to flip that over and use it for the purple side. So let's start with our Brayer. And I'm going to use crumb cake. So we used to have a Brayer a long time ago, right? And then it went away. This is different than the Brayer that we had before, like it's different. So assuming your pads are super, super wet and you have too much ink on yours, mine desperately needs to be re-inked, then you can take something like this and get a little bit of it off. But I don't need that. So I'm going to put this on here. And then I'm just going to brayer. Now when you brayer, you want to roll the whole way. If you go back and forth like this, you're just going to get this ink and it's going to have an ugly line. So go the whole way. And now we have a little bit more texture on here. I want a little bit on the back too. So again, when you're inking it up, don't go back and forth. Otherwise, it's just going to ink that little section. So, and you will need refills for whatever pads you're doing this on. I'm going to put some down here. Then this is a great card if you've not used a brayer before, because we're intentionally going for grungy. So if it has lines and splotches, it doesn't matter. So then I thought, well, that's going to make this match my card more, right? So then I put this on here and this on here, and it's still like this does not match this, and now nothing matches the back. So that's okay. We'll just put some ink on this. And on my little rectangle, I'm just going to put it at the bottom. And I'm kind of dabbing it on there. I want that grungy. I want the texture, so kind of like bounce it around on there. So then I put it like this, and now this went from being the grungiest to a little bit too clean. So nobody says, but you can't use a brayer on your designer series paper, right? Again, I'm kind of tapping it. It's a little bit of a different way to use a brayer because you can get a solid color. And my stamp pad is really dry. So if you're doing this and you're putting as much ink, then you also need to refill your stamp pad. But I didn't want to do it right before I did this video because then it'd be kind of wet. So get it all on there. Now look how much it matches. Put all this back over here. We have our grungy bottom, our grungy top. It just makes it look kind of like you're out in the spring and you're getting some flowers ready, right? So then I decided, well, I have my brayer out. I'm going to use some more colors. So there's a couple of ways you can clean it. You can take it to the sink, obviously. You can get, again, if it's got a ton of ink on it, you can get it off on this thing. But I want to make sure it's off. So I'm just going to take a wet wipe, because I'm sitting at my table filming for you guys, and this is the quickest way. You want to make sure, though, you don't leave it wet. So now let's do, I don't remember what color I did last time. We'll just go with Gorgeous Grape. And again, around and around. On this one, you see it a little bit more if you would not ink the whole way around. And I'm going to get this side. And see, you see it a lot better in this color. But I want that grungy. So we've got that, and then I'm going to take this and just kind of add some to the top. So the bouncing it is giving it this effect. It does get a little bit of lines, but I'm okay, and you're going to see how pretty it looks when we stamp on that. And then I'm going to take this one more time, because here's what happened. Sometimes I overthink my cards. This was a case where I overthought it. But then the end result was worth it. Sort that up. I'm going to keep showing you the steps. So now there's this, and I had already colored my top panel on the other card, and it just looked, it was a little bit dark. So I just took my white, because you can also do the same with your white. And yes, I had a little bit of purple, but I have like 3 white pads. This is my white pad that I use when I'm not just using white ink. Everybody needs one of those, right? It'll work its way out, especially if I brayer it with some refill. I have my supplies to use them. So this is going to kind of tone down. You'll see it better on this big one. I'm going to put some back here. So some of it's going to stay dark. A lot of this is going to get covered up. So that's why I like it on the back. So there we go. This would be pretty to just do a card. Like stamp a sentiment or something on it. Ours, like I said, is going to end up getting covered up a lot. You could cut your panel a little bit smaller if you want. But the paper's beautiful. and our rectangle's kind of large. So it's one of those cases where everything is beautiful. Let's get that cleaned off. You don't want your white craft ink to dry on that. So this, now let's grab, there's a little thing of dots that come in the set. I don't know which colors I used on my first card. My cleaning lady was here. And I was standing up trying to get it stamped while she was here, and now I don't remember, and I just did it like 2 hours ago, but it doesn't matter what colors you use. Just any of the colors that are in their paper, any kind of greens or purples will work. So this is Blackberry, I think. Yeah, Blackberry Bliss. So here's our card. Oh, where's my bone folder? That, and then we will be putting on this. I moved everything to make room to film, and now it's not all exactly where I put it. So I'm just going to add this now. This goes across here. See, it kind of has that same look as hitting it with the bone folder has. And obviously this is the exact same length because it's the same piece of paper just flipped over. Now let's go over to our little panel, and I chose the big vase, Stampin' Tuxedo. Ink it like this, it's a little bit easier. This is one of those stamps that's just a tad bit bigger than the stamp pad. Pop that on there. There's our fun vase of flowers. Then to color it in, I'm just going to grab those same ink pads that I just had, plus a shaded spruce for my leaves. And I also have orchid. So we have some fun colors. Let's start with the vase. I'm going to use my Wink of Stella. Okay. So you can see where I've squished my ink down in there. I'm going to grab some crumb cake. And again, I'm kind of going for the blotchy on this particular card. It doesn't bother me if it's blotchy, which is good if your Stella, it doesn't have a lot of ink. This one does. Got that. And then I'm going to grab my white. And I have a little bit of refill. And I don't know when I put this in here. It's been months. But because my stamp pad stays closed, this stays wet enough that we can use it. When you use the white on your Stella, you just want to make sure at the end that you make sure it's wiped off, otherwise it'll dry hard. I'm switching the flowers that I did because I wanted a little bit more white, so it was a little bit more centered. So here's a little teaching tip. The white does end up being the most obvious color, one because it's craft ink, so it's a little bit thicker, but also because it's just white, and all the other colors are a little bit more matte compared to this. So I did these 3 flowers on the first one. By opting to do these little ones, it gave me 2 sets of flowers. And I didn't want all my flowers, the different types of flowers, to be all different colors. So the last one just has 3. Now this one has 2 little ones. So now I'm just going to take my wet wipe and wash that off. And it's also good to do white not as your last color, because then you're sure that you'll wipe it off. Then let's do our shaded spruce. And these are just the colors that are in the paper, so it wasn't like I was coming up with anything. You start with a full inking, like all of your Stella is in the ink, and then as you go and the ink comes off, it just does some natural shading. So all of your greens aren't going to look the same. And if you want, because there are a couple of different kinds of leaves in here, you could switch. I was trying to match the designer series paper a little bit more, and it's just got one green in it. So we have our leaves. And then let's do, I can't tell on my card, I can't really see what colors I did. So this is Gorgeous Grape. We have 2 flowers in our pot. Gorgeous Grape is pretty though. I think I'll do it up here. You can see how it's getting lighter as I go. On these really dark colors, you can paint for quite some time with your Stella before it needs re-inking. There's that. Then let's grab our orchid, which this is the first time I've used it with you guys. And I'm not washing it off in between the purples. They're close enough in color that it doesn't matter, and I don't want to waste any more Stella than I have to. A little bit of this and give my pot a rim right here. And then I'm going to grab my blackberry. And we'll do down here. And I'm also going to use it for a little bit of highlights on this. And then I'm going to give the centers just a little dot. In the centers of my white. And then I think I might go back to my white. So now I have to remember to clean this off because I've switched the colors. I don't even know what colors I used. There'll be 2 different vases of flowers. Same vase, different colors. I'm going to grab a tiny bit of this. And we'll just give these. This will also add a little bit more white to our card. I like it. Okay, isn't that pretty? My favorite thing about Card Club is everything always looks so much better in person. And because I know they're all doing it, they get to see how much prettier it is in person and not just on here. So I'm going to take this and layer it on here. So if you're interested in Card Club, the information will be down below the video. Every month it ships by the 26th, except, I'm going to give you another except. I'm not sure about February. My daughter's wedding is on the 24th. I'm stopping working on Valentine's Day, partly because we have some wedding things going on Valentine's Day as far as getting ready for the wedding. So I don't think that we'll be ready. That's part of the reason this is going out early, on the off chance that we have enough time before Valentine's Day to get it out. But that's like, it will be a miracle because you have till the 10th to order your stuff. And I'm not quite sure that, so I may do it if we're cut, the people who have ordered in time. If you want a stamp set, we'll get it. But otherwise, this in February, it may be a month where I need a little bit of grace because it may be after the 26th, because the 25th will still be, her venue has a hotel, so we're staying there. So we won't be home until the evening of the 25th. And then that would mean the very next day after a weekend of wedding events, or a week, really, that I would have to have your stuff out. But all the information is down below. My Card Club is a subscription service, like I said, hosted through PayPal. You do not have to have a PayPal account. So here's how you're going to do your thread. Give yourself a nice little long line there. And then go around twice. And then when you're back up here, you're going to tie it. So you don't have to have a PayPal account. PayPal just hosts it for me, and it's just like if you have Netflix or something, and every month the payment just comes out. You can cancel or pause anytime. So if you're going to be away for a couple months and you want to pause, you can do that. After 2 years in the club, you get a free stamp set. So I have girls that I have am emailing today for their choice for their 2 years. Every 6 months, you get a loyalty gift. It's valued at about $25. There's usually a bag. It can be under, 23, 27, depending on what I throw in there. And then you always get some goodies. So we have this on here. That was way too much thread. Now let's stick this on here. You have to, sometimes the white craft ink can resist stuff. So if it's resisting, just go to a different kind of ink. So we have that. Then our embellishments this month are the purple gems. So I have some that are already open. They actually come in 2 colors. There's like a blackberry, maybe there's 3. There's a light purple, which freesia, I don't know which ones they are. It may be gorgeous grape, and then a medium, and then I think that is razzleberry, berry burst. I've been with Stampin' Up! Almost 30 years, and there's been a lot of colors. And sometimes I'm like, is that a current color? So there's 2 sizes. So we'll put the 2 colors of 2 big ones there. And then I'll put all 3 of the other colors and little ones up above. I like to use lots of embellishments, especially for the girls that are in Card Club. Every month they get a package of embellishments. And I like to do this with them. This month's cards are laying right here, and they're so cute, like I said. So there are 120 in this. And this month, where'd I put the new package? I don't even see where I put it. My catalog's right here. So this month, there are 150. So if they have 6 cards and they use 5, that's 30. So they still have 120 embellishments left. And next month, they're going to get 100 more that aren't going to be used on their projects at least at minimum. So I like the embellishments on the cards, not in drawers. I like them to make you happy when you put them on. I like whoever's getting it to be happy when they get it. So you can see the card is a little bit, like the colors of them look like I might have used different paper, right? But it's because on this one, I got more of the purple up here. And on this one, it's pretty much its own crumb cake. This, I have way more purple on that than I put on this one. So it makes the paper look different, but it's the exact same technique. It's just where it came, and neither's prettier than the other. But I do like this one that has a little bit more white in it than that one. I'm gonna put these over here. I'm gonna move this so you can see them better. So if you have if you want information on my card club, if you're on my email list, that's the best place to get it. There is a page on my website dedicated solely to Card Club, so you can go take a look at that. Have a great one. Bye.